You know, when we tell people we're rebranding, they all think that we're just changing logos or colors, but for us, it was deeper. We rebuilt to fix the frustrations we kept hearing and to create something that finally feels right for our community. In this chat, we'll share why we moved from WISI-Oi to KLOSET KLUB, what drove the look and personality, and why we went video first and how we pulled it off in a shoestring of a budget. Join us as a startup in Africa.
Last time we spoke about WISI-Oi, how it came about, lessons we learned, and how we want to move forward and what we don't want to do again, right? But let's chat about the name. The name is very big and it's always an icebreaker. I know for myself, when I'm with new people and I have to introduce myself in the company I work for, it's always WISI-Oi, WISI-Oi, WISI, something. What is that mean? And they don't want to offend you, clearly, but it needs to be spoken about. So give a little bit of a context of how you came about the name, what it stands for, where your mind was, and where you envisioned the company would go with the name.
Yeah. So WISI-Oi stands for Wear It, Sell It, Own It. And I've always wanted to have a name that describes the process of what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
And the business. But I didn't want to make it Wear It, Sell It, Own It because the URL is too long to type. So I made it WISI-Oi, purely because I'm fascinated with Asia and wanted an Asian sounding name. And it's an acronym for Wear It, Sell It, Own It. But as we grew, and especially when we started having partnerships, it started getting more and more challenging for people to remember the name
and pronounce
the name. And people were too scared also to say the name because they didn't want to get it wrong, like you said.
Yeah.
So it was, once we obviously we ended off at our journey with our the start of our Google.
Yeah.
We had these ambitions to scale.
Yes.
And it's difficult scaling a business with a name that nobody knows.
100%.
Nor spell.
100%. You want something that's memorable.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's when we were like, with this chance that we have to scale the business, we kind of need to let that name go. It served us for the time that it is. But now I think that was the younger us, and we need an older version of us.
Yes.
A much more learned, version of us, and a much more, I want to say, mature in terms of the technology that we're going to bring and the ease of use that we're going to bring for the user. And we just needed a new, fresh name that matches the culture of our community and matches the culture of the company, basically.
Yeah. And when we went through, because like everything, we do research, we were looking at how people react to the name, people we know, what do they think, we ask for their opinions. So do you want to share what name we're going for, what name we decided is the new?
So we went through a lot. Even
URLs, everything.
Yeah, we went through a lot. It takes a long time to find a great name.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't want to just name a name
for the sake of
it. Oh. And I wanted a really meaningful name that describes the personality of our buyers, our sellers, partners, and everybody that's involved within our community.
Mm-hmm.
And we are now KLOSET KLUB.
KK.
With a K.
I personally love it because I'm a K. So.
We are KLOSET KLUB with a K, and it's all about culture. It's all about clothing, fashion, and community.
So for our existing, customers, sellers, community, what would you say is the biggest difference between KLOSET KLUB and WISI-Oi? Because with the rebrand, people don't want to feel like we don't want to lose them, essentially. So what's the biggest difference between the two?
The difference is huge, not just from a personality point of view, but from a convenience point of view. So we're bringing them tools that are going to be really, really solving deep-seated problems that they have.
Yeah.
And we'll go into the tech just now, but like the tech is much better.
100%.
We're going to be doing great partnerships,
100%.
with, really, really great brands.
Yes.
We're also going to be, for the first time, have our very first community event, where we marry fashion with music.
Yes.
1st of November.
1st of November.
Invite only. And we're just building this community that is, like has got a deep relationship with music, but also with fashion.
Yes.
And that community has got an insane amount of clothing that is lying in their closets, and that's they're willing to share. And we just building tools for them to be able to do that with ease.
And from a visual look point of view, it's one thing for the culture, but visually, how different will it be from eye? KK.
I think, like I said, we were much younger as WISI-Oi, and as KK, we just like became these grown, urban,
yes,
very busy, like, I'm not going to say female, but it's like people and we're just fun. We are knowledgeable. Yes. We have traveled. We have been exposed to so many different, trends. We like the news. We like to know what is going on. We're really busy on our phones. Our phones are basically our primary computer.
100%.
And we want to show up wherever we show up, know, and that is the big difference, between WISI-Oi. I think WISI-Oi, we were still finding our feet. Closet Club, I think with the support from every like every person from around us, we are becoming that grown up
version of the business.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that gives insight into where we are pivoting to with Closet Club.
Yeah. So we're upgrading, not pivoting.
Yes, we're upgrading for the better.
Yeah.
So we've spoken about how Closet Club will make us feel for the people using it, right? We're not just going to be another app. We want to be there for our people. Why do you think the aesthetic, the tone, and basically the TikTok style UX matters so much for our audience? Because everything we do is strategic, from an emoji we use, from a color we use, from a text style we use, from a subheading to a heading font and color we use. Every single thing we have planned for months and months. Everything matters.
Totally. And the simple answer is because people are busy.
Yeah.
We are there to offer convenience for the user and solve a certain problem within their lives. And we need to do that as quick as possible. Yeah. It needs to be easily identifiable for that user.
Yeah.
And it needs to be fun. Yeah. Right? It needs to be fun. Fashion is fun.
100%.
We wear clothes because we create beautiful memories out of clothes. And that's my take on pre-loved is clothing that has got a story to tell. Yes. And we're leading with that storytelling, but also that speed and the convenience. And we just part of a girl. Like we just alongside them when they loading their clothes or shopping for their clothes. We are ambitious in saying we want to have the coolest and most fun clothes in the market on Closet Club.
Because I feel like second-hand clothes, not all the time, but sometimes if people are not knowledgeable about it, it gets such a bad rep.
Correct.
Because it's either throwaway clothes or it's for down there, but that's not where we see second-hand clothes. We hold it at a higher standard.
Yeah.
No, you get really, really great pieces. You just need to know where you're looking for it, right?
Totally. That whole connotation of it's a dead man clothes or all of that is not true. Because of social media at the moment, people are wearing their clothes less and less. So you've got fast fashion, but also because of social media too. But and people are sitting with loads of clothes that are in exceptional quality in their closets, and they do not have a space that is fun and easy to sell or buy. And we attend, and as we've seen from our customer service, everyone has got an event of sorts to attend every single week.
They want it like now.
They want it now, and they want it beautiful
and in the best condition, smelling good, like it's new.
Correct.
New.
Correct. So all of that, we decided, hey, like there's all these things that people are sitting with in their closet, and why don't we give them a platform where they be able to quickly sell that, or quickly buy that, or just engage and communicate through the love of clothing.
Because nowadays, like you said, with social media, people only wear their items, their garments, their dresses, outfits once.
Twice.
Max. We are trying to change that narrative as much as possible, because you and I love to rewear clothes. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And if it fits more than one occasion, why not, right?
I got a washing machine.
Exactly. With some washing powder. So, people hear Closet Club. Okay. We like it. KK. Also, why KK? Why not Closet Club with a C?
Because why do you want to be a C? You need to be a K.
So, okay. It's a cute name, but we know it's deeper than that. What does the actual club of the name stand for? How do we make sure it stays, inclusive and welcoming? We are not about that. You can't sit with us.
No.
We are very much come here with us. Be with us.
Correct.
We are family. Not a family, but
We are family. So yeah, the club part, it's the cool kids of clothing, it's and it doesn't exclude anybody, but it's just, there is a certain, like, we lead by culture in South Africa. And if you look at like the amount of cultures that have birthed out of South Africa, we lead quite heavily by culture. And culture, and those three are very, very much close together. Culture, music, and fashion are really, really linked together. And I find that people who lead by that generally go out of their way to source really beautiful garments. And by sourcing those garments, not everybody has got access to sourcing those garments. And like we said, they don't wear them more than twice, and if they're done using them, where do those clothes go? Come to the club.
I love that, actually. I really do love that. Is there anything else you want to share?
So yeah, there's quite a lot, and we actually busy building Closet Club at the moment, so the take is completely changing. So we're gonna be sunsetting WISI-Oi. Early October we're sunsetting WISI-Oi, and we are not just gonna be web, we're gonna be app too. So for the first time, we're gonna have a fully functioning app, and we're gonna have features such as video listings. So we're going for the TikTok style of shopping. We're gonna have, you can now able to buy and communicate with your sellers. We also going to have tools that are going to help sellers to sell much more faster, because one of the feedback that we used to get from our sellers is, how do I sell my clothes fast? Because you put them on the platform to sell.
Because you want to get rid of it and you want to make money. That's essentially what we're all here to do.
Correct. So we are doing, we're going to be having dashboards that are going to be beneficial for the sellers, and encouraging them to sell more. So they're going to have tips on how to sell more. And I think with the video feature, it helps the buyer to actually see the products for what it is.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves. When I'm trying to look for an outfit, a dress, a skirt, especially dresses, I want to see how it looks on a human body. Flat, when it's a flat lay.
On a bed,
on a floor. Okay, cool. I see. But I want to see if the person if I'm buying it from you, how tall you are, if it's sitting below your knee, above your knee, how it's sitting around your waist, because I need to see if you have a similar type of body as me, because that makes such a huge, huge difference to buying clothes.
Totally. It puts that personality behind
Yes.
that item, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we will be having all those features. We're also having faster shipping. So
Yes. Thank
we
goodness.
doing automated shipping now, and we're gonna be using Pudo.
So
And
excited.
we're also going to be having escrow, which is automated payouts.
Yes.
So we're building a lot of features, and there is still more to come.
Yeah.
Nudge, nudge, down the line, where we're building all these features to make the lives of our user simple,
Super easy,
convenient, and fast.
Yeah. I always, because I deal with the sellers every single day. I know their frustrations, and it's a frustration for me as well.
Yeah.
Because if our customers are struggling with it, I'm struggling with it because I'm dealing with it from, I see what you're dealing with. And one of the biggest frustrations was obviously how, I want to say slow it was to list, but also the delivery. I hate waiting long. I don't know about you.
No, I'm not waiting for no.
For more than 4 days,
No.
4 working days? No.
I got an event to go to.
Yes, exactly. And I want it now.
Yeah. So we're delivering.
Possible. So
yeah.
I personally am super, super excited about the new system, Pudo. It's going to be so much easier. We've tested it. We have tested it. Everything we do, we test because we don't want to just work on something we've never used. So we've tested with Pudo. Super amazing. Everyone knows Pudo, so it's not something new.
Yeah.
Something they don't know. And I'm just excited.
No, we're super excited. We've put like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears
100%
into this. We've listened to every form of feedback
100%.
possible. We've acquired every form of feedback from the user to mentors to advisors to the general public.
Yes.
So we're really excited just to deliver a new way of shopping pre-loved in South Africa.
Yeah, and we want to make it at your fingertips.
Yeah,
that's the most important one.
Cool.
Okay. Thanks, Phumi.
Thanks, Kimmy.